I've never really been a figurine kind of person. As you can clearly see in my display, they are barely figurines, let alone Funkos.
1, 2, 3.
The ones I have from Michael were a gift. And the first ever Funko I got was a present. And it was funny because the person that gave it to me was like, "This is for you." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." And they looked at me like I've committed a crime and said, "Why did you take it out of the box?" And my immediate answer was, "Why not?" So I'm the kind of person that takes it out of the box. I want to be able to see the figurine clearly, okay? Anyway, it is now with time that I decided, maybe I can collect the Funko for every main cosplay I have. It kind of gives them a meaning. So of course, my first purchase was Wednesday. This little cutie patootie. It's funny to use those words when addressing Wednesday. Since she was my first cosplay and the one that I keep redoing, I got her first. I really like this Funko. I also got this little blind box on Wednesday with the Grom outfit. It was perfect because this was my actual first Wednesday cosplay. So I'm really happy that I got her. Let's just put her right here for now. Now, my second official cosplay was Willy Wonka, specifically the Tim Burton version. But when I went to buy it, he doesn't have an official Funko. It doesn't exist. The OG Willy Wonka has one. The 2023 Wonka has one, but not him. So I figured it was my call to do something about that. So let's get crafting, shall we? I do want to point out that I've been working on this project since the very first video of this year, so since January. So part of the footage has my old background setting and some really questionable painting positions. Since I was getting started with my 3D printer, I said, hey, I have a bachelor degree in animation. I studied modeling. I can make it, right? Right? There goes my college degree. I realized I forgot everything. I decided to buy a model from an artist on Cosplay that actually does Funkos, so I don't have to do it. Let's support each other, guys. If he already did it and I can support him, why not? So I bought the model and I painted it. It actually took me a couple days because since I work a full-time job, I was managing through the hours and through the things that I have to do. And after very, very questionable painting positions, I finished the model. I had the idea of making the chain of Willy that he uses with this type of chain that comes in like keychains and stuff. So I took a little piece off and I glued it, since it has a little hole right there, I glued it to another keychain thing that is like a thread. And when I painted it, I didn't really like it. So I scratched the idea and left it on the back burner of my head until I kept working on it. And then I said, hey, I couldn't do the model, so I'm gonna do a stand. I can just go basic since I kind of forgot how to work the things, 3D model in Blender. I can do just a simple base, right? So that's when I found this picture online and I really liked it and I said, oh my god, I can do my version of that. So after an hour of working with Blender, I did this for the main base. I know, it's bleak and sad. I painted it green and that's it. And that's it. I don't know who the picture belongs to. If I find something, I can tag it. But I also like the idea of having the river to the side, so that's why the main idea of this was so big. The idea was to do the little river in this side, just like in the picture, and do all this and like fake grass. But I also like the idea of putting like something in the back from the atmosphere. I decided I wanted to do the candy tree that appears in the movie. That's when I found Nomad Sculpt and I actually really liked the UI and it was really easy. So I started making the tree based on the reference. I also did some little candy canes. They were really easy too, just simple shape. And then I 3D printed it. And I was really nervous because when I 3D printed it, the support kind of failed. So I was really scared, but it actually turned out really well. I 3D printed it, the whole thing together, but I took the tree and the candy canes apart so I could like work with it easier. I actually used foam clay to do the river kind of thing, the chocolate. It's not really the river, it's like the shore of the river, of the land. It's kind of like the shore of the land besides the river, but it's chocolate. Let's pretend it's the river. And with the foam clay in my hands, molded the clay to how I wanted it to look, and actually it turned out really great. So after that, it was just painting. So I actually painted everything, the candy canes and the tree candy with my Copic marker because I found it was a little bit easier to control. It kind of backfired on me a little bit though, because when I placed the gloss on it, it kind of like spread it a little bit, but I think I managed to control it a little bit. I also bought this material in advance. I've seen a lot of videos about this, but I used it for the first time in a convention in a little workshop, and I really liked it because it looked like real frosty. So I really liked the idea of doing the grass with this so it will look like candy.
Okay, so update. As of now, I painted the base color here and I already started doing the test for the material that I'm gonna be using for this. It's gonna be the grass. This is gonna be fully covered, and I already painted the little tree that I 3D printed. I also have some little candy canes that I have to paint right here. Different sizes. The tree is gonna go right here, so you can kind of see the vibe. If Willy Wonka is gonna be right here in the center, maybe this can go right here, so you can kind of see the vibe. So what is left is just paint the little canes and just cover this entirely with this green foamy glue. Before it dries completely, I'm gonna just stick the stuff on top, so hopefully it sticks, because I was thinking of gluing them in, but I think it's gonna be a little bit hard to do the puff paint while they're already glued here, so I think it's better to just stick them in the glue and hopefully it dries. Let's do it.
After the foam clay dried, I also decided to paint a little bit on it, so have a little details and have the little colors that the chocolate has in the movie. So a lot of the process was actually just putting the fake frosty 𝒎𝒏𝒕. It took me a little while to do it completely because at first I decided that I wanted to put the fake frosting all at once, but that changed really quickly. Yeah, so I decided to do it on sections. A lot of this project was put and set to dry, put and set to dry, put and set to dry. But I really wanted to show you guys the process and how I did it. I apologize for the lighting and all that, but we're still working on that. We're still working with what we have, but that's not gonna stop me from creating, and I hope it doesn't stop you either. So now that I had everything drying, I decided to pick back up the idea of the little chain that Willy has. So this time I decided to actually break a little piece of a necklace and glue the little ball that I showed earlier to it and then glue it. I'm not really a fan of working with tiny things. I like putting detail to stuff, and have it like really tiny and really small makes me really anxious. I also wanted to do the little W for Willy because it's just a staple for Willy Wonka. I didn't do it on clay because it was a really tiny thing, so I found another 3D print file on Maker World about the W. I can link the files down below. So I 3D printed it and I painted it and I glued it on, and I think it really helped put Willy together. Here we go. I'm so nervous. Oh my god, this is so nerve-wracking. Okay. Oh, this is a bad idea. Oh, this is a bad idea. Really, no, stay there.
Okay, not touching it anymore. Okay, waiting for dry. Guys, I just noticed when I was putting the gloss in the eyes, apparently that happened and I didn't notice, so guess I have to do that too after it dries. Yay.
So after a lot of crafting, let's see the result. There you go, nice and complete. And not with your hand open expecting to hold something. So it's finally done, guys. Look how pretty it looks. I'm really happy about it. As you can see, the fake frosting looks really well. The little tree worked out perfectly, and the little canes. The little chain turned out perfectly, and the little W too. I also painted little dots in the cane because he has candy in the cane. So I decided to put little dots there, as you can see right there. I think I will eventually revisit Willy a little bit to give him something to hold on the hand, because now that I see it, I can't unsee it and it's gonna bother me till the end of time. Also, it turned out a little bit bigger than I wanted to, and there's a lot of empty space here, but the good thing is that you're not gonna see it. So I'm really happy that I spent the time to give it so much detail, even though I don't like to do miniatures, but the Copics really helped because they have a fine point. And I'm really happy I finished it because, like I said, this was a project that I started on January, and actually at some point I didn't think I could finish, and I'm really happy that I did, because it kind of teach me that I can actually finish anything I set my mind to, even though it takes more time than I expect to. I'm a really anxious person. I really like to finish things quickly, so this project made me practice patience and just see that I can actually finish stuff even if I put it in the back burner for a time. So yeah, guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you really liked it, and I hope you liked seeing my process of doing something like this. I really like this project, and I think I can maybe do more in the future. I don't know. If you have any ideas, let me know. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!